is Putin really trying to sort of because this is obviously going to lead to more security. I mean, the calm post Cold War calm of the last 30 years has really been shattered with this. Going forward, how do you see this playing out?
Well, I think, hubris by the West has significantly contributed to this situation. I'm not trying to condone what Russia has done. Any intervention of this kind, any violation of a sovereignty of any other country, is of a third country, is obviously not something that one should sit back and say that there is something correct. It is wrong and it should be called out. But however, the point is that there were several decades, I mean, not even years or months, there were several decades and opportunities to sit down at a table and resolve this, particularly when the Russians were asking for a discussion. There was no question
Hmm.
of war, let's say, till about 2 years ago. These were all
Hmm.
requests for discussions on these issues. Now, I think the Russians have now arrived at a point where they have decided that, look, diplomatically, this cannot be resolved. We have to take uh, law into our hands, as it were. And this is what happens when somebody has the, as Ambassador Raghavan says, when you have a crime, it usually takes motivation and capacity. In this particular case, Russia has both the motivation and the capacity.
Yeah, and the capacity is, I think, implicit in the manner in which he actually told the world when he announced the invasion that don't intervene, and if you do so, we will hit back at you with all we've got. So he seems pretty confident.
That was a bit of a propaganda thing because Ukraine by then had already been let down by the West.
Right.
Let's look at what happened in Afghanistan when the Doha talks started. Everyone, all the Afghan people were told, your gains of the last 20 years will be protected, women's rights will be protected, respect for the constitution will be obtained in written. And then 15th August came and look where they are. This is
Look where they.
exactly what happened with Ukraine. Ukraine was told that, yeah, yeah, of course you can become a NATO member. NATO adopted a declaration to that effect in 2008, knowing full well that they are not going to offer membership. It is not enough for one country to want to be a member. It also
True.
has to be accepted. It has to be offered. NATO had no intention of offering it. But unfortunately, Ukraine, the external factor and internal politics plays a huge amount of role in this crisis. Internal Ukrainian politics led to the fact that the Russians gave up that there is a diplomatic solution.